So in the today's class, the things that we are going to discuss are what is linked list? Why do we go for linked list? How can I write custom linked list? And there is a part 2 session also in the next week. Okay, let's get started. And YouTube live streaming is also going on. If anybody gets disconnected, you can watch this in the YouTube as well. Now let's get started. And let's make it as an interactive session, guys. So when I ask a question, if you're able to answer it, you can unmute yourself and speak, or you can put your response in the chat. I'm going to look at the chat as well. So instead of one person speaking, I prefer it's an interactive session. Okay. Yeah, let's get started. And if there is a background noise, I request you guys to please go on mute. So now let's get started. Now, basically, why linked list, correct? So we already have array list and vector. So why do we go for linked list? Does anyone have any answer? You can unmute yourself and speak. Does anyone know? We have an array list and vector. Why do we go for linked list? Okay, let me answer that. So generally, so whenever we create an array list, we create the data like this, like list L equal to new array list. And then you can add the data using add method. L dot add 10. Yeah, host, can you please give the permission to unmute for themselves? I think some of the people may not.
Yes, now we get the.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I think now the problem is all right. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so just make sure that once you speak, please go on mute, because there are so many people are there on the call, right? It should not be having a disturb. Okay, thank you. So now, whenever we add a data to array list, this is what we do, right? L dot add 10, 20 or something. This you can add employee object or any object. So I'm adding 5 elements now. So L dot add 50. So now the way these elements are stored in the array list is this is a format, right? So 0th first element that you are doing, it will go to 0th index. Next 20 will go to first index, next second index, next third index, and next fourth index, correct? So this is the format that the data will be inserted. Now, for example, if I say L dot remove, so I want to remove first index. So I'm passing the index. This is the index. Now, whenever I call the remove method, does anyone know what is going to happen? When we call the L dot remove method of a array list, what does going to happen internally? Does anyone know?
Lot of shifting operations will be there in array list.
Yeah. What kind of shifting operations?
Like indexes are moving.
Yeah, where it will be moving, how it will be moving.
In array list.
Okay. So though you are calling it as an array list, where the array list is storing the data, all these elements, what is the internal data structure of array list? It's an object array. Okay. So that's a different discussion. I'll not go into that one. You can get that details later. At the end, I'm going to tell you where you can get this information. So now, whenever we say L dot remove of 1, you are trying to remove the index number 1, right? So whenever we are trying to remove the index number 1, so this is the element you are trying to remove, right? Now, after removing, so what is your data structure will contain? 10, 30, 40, 50. Do you guys agree that after executing this line number L dot remove 1, this is your array list is content? Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now in this scenario, what is the index number for 10? 0. Index number for 30 is 1, 40 is 2, 50 is 3. So what is going to happen is, see, second index in the original array is coming into the first index, 3 is going into 2, 4 is going to 3. That means, see, this is going here, This is going here. This is going here. That means 2 is coming into 1, 3 is coming into 2, 4 is coming into 3. So that means what kind of a shift operation? Is it a left shift or right shift? Left shift operations are happening, correct? Yeah. Whenever you remove an element, left shift operations are happening. Now, how many elements are you removing? One element. So how many shift operations you are doing? See, 1, 2, 3, correct? That means length of array minus index to be removed minus 1. My length of array is 5. 5 minus which index I am deleting? 1 minus 1. So if I am trying to delete the first index, how many shift operations I am doing? 3. For example, if I try to remove the second index. So that means I am not deleting this one. If I am deleting this one, according to the diagram, how many shift operations you are performing? 3 will go into 2, 4 will go into 3. So that is 2. Now let's look at the
2.
formula. Formula says that array list length minus index to be deleted 2 minus 1. So 2. So that means the formula is length minus index to be deleted minus 1. Now let us take the problem with this approach is your array list size is 1000 elements. Okay. Now I am trying to delete the third index. Okay. Now can you guys tell me how many shift operations will be performed internally? 1000 minus 3 minus 1. So that means 996, correct? So now if, for example, if you have a, see these are, I assume that these are 1000 indexes like this, so on. I'm putting commas. Now, 0th index, first index, second index, third index. If you are trying to delete this third index, then what is going to happen? Can I say this will come here, this will come here, this will come here, this will come here? So likewise, how many shift operations will happen in this example?
996.
996. Is it time consuming or not?
Yes.
Yeah. So that is a drawback
Yes,
of
sir.
array list. So this is a drawback of array list. See, that means if you're, see, for example, if you're deleting a last element, how many shift operations? Like last element means, see, when my array list size is 1000, that means what is the last index? 999, correct? So 1000 minus 999 minus 1. So how many shift operations you will perform? 0. So that means if you are deleting at last, then array list is efficient. But if you are trying to delete an element that is in the starting of the array list, then is the array list is efficient? No, because you need to do lot of shift operations. This is one drawback of array list. And though you are calling it as an array list, internally you are storing the data in the object array. That is the internal data structure of array list. Now, can you guys tell me, does the array requires continuous memory or discrete memory?
Continuous memory.
Continuous memory. What does it mean that? What does it mean that? Let us take this is your heap memory. Okay. Now in my application, I will be creating so many objects, right? Like you have created an employee object, department object, string object, integer object. For example, employee. So this is how the memory is present in your heap. Okay. So see, whatever the black boxes are there, this is memory occupied by the objects that you created in the application. Okay. Now, whatever the gap here, a green color I am writing, these are the free memory. Okay. Now here, so including all the free memory here, assume that you have 10 MB of free memory. Okay. I repeat, you have 10 MB of free memory. So if you're creating an array, so you're creating an array or array list. Okay. Now you're creating a string array or integer array, something that is taking 10 MB of memory. Can this memory will be utilized? See, in order to create an array list, you need a 10 MB memory. So in your heap memory also, you have the 10 MB memory, free memory, but it is not in a continuous fashion. So now does your array list is going to work?
No, sir.
No, because array list, the internal data structure for array list is array. Array requires continuous memory. When I say continuous memory means, see, it is not like, see, some memory, some part of memory is here, like maybe 2 MB here and 2 MB here. Can I store like this? the array, can I be storing all this in the different places? No. So array requires, so whenever you are using an array list, the internal data structure for array list is object array. So
Okay.
array requires continuous memory. But even though you see how much memory you need, in the example I told, array list requires 10 MB. But in your heap memory, do you have a 10 MB free memory or not? Yes. But is it continuous? No. So that is another drawback of using an array list. Okay. Now, so but this memory issue is resolved because of the latest garbage collectors. In the garbage collector, you have mark, sweep, compact. So these are the 3 steps that are performed in the garbage collection. Because of this compact step, these discrete memories will be moved to a survivor memories, and then you will have a continuous memory. So, but this was the initial problem. But in the latest, so nowadays we are getting a G1, GC, I mean, very advanced garbage collectors. So that garbage collectors are solving this problem. But this is the initial problem that was there in the array list. So these are the main 2 reasons why do we go for some other data structure. Now what is the data structure I need to do? See here, if I have 1000 elements, if I want to delete the third element, I am doing most iterations, which I don't want to do in my future future data structure. And even if I have a discrete memory like this, I should be able to create the data structure. So these are the 2 reasons why do we go for linked list. Now let us see how these problems are solved in the linked list. Now you might be knowing the concept called linked list is this data structure which stores the data and then address of next node. Correct? How it is storing the address of next node, I will explain later. But do you guys at least know this, right? You might have studied in engineering or somewhere, right? So this first one is the data and the second one is the address of next node. Correct? Okay. Now assume that like this, you have 1000 nodes. So on 1000 nodes. Now which node I am trying to delete? Let us take, I am trying to delete this one. Okay. If I am trying to delete this one, then what I need to do? So I will remove this link. I will remove this link. So see, look at here. The first node will contain the address of second node. Now, since I am removing this one, so I will remove this link. And can I keep a link like this? So if I do like this, am I disturbing any other elements? See, am I touching any other elements? No. So that means, so how many shift operations or how many nodes I am touching? Only one node. So in this way, even now today, I don't want this one. I want to remove this this node. I want to remove this node. Then what I'll have to do? Just remove this connection. So this address, this node address is stored here. So what you can do? You remove this. How do you remove and all? Cool. We will see that later. But once you remove this, that means this becomes an unreferenced object and will be garbage collected by G1 GC. Now later you can point this address into this node. So does it look like easy?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So that means the first problem is solved. Now coming to the second problem, see this, each one is an object, correct? This is one object, this is one object. Each object is storing the address of next node. Now this is a node object, this is a node object. See, let us take how this discrete memory will be used is, see this, let us take 2, this is occupying 2 memory. So can I be storing this one here? Yes. Now another object is stored here. Another object is stored here. Now this address I will be storing here. This address I will be storing here. This address I will be storing here. This address I will be storing here like this. So I can create a link. That means, so using a linked list, so within the heap memory, even if you have a discrete memory, the object can be stored and then you can refer it. So this is another problem that is getting solved using a linked list. Hence, these are the reasons why do we go for a linked list. So how do you create a linked list and all? I will explain in maybe another 5 to 6 minutes. But these are the reasons why do we go for a linked list. I hope that's...
Yes, and in the linked list, we can access any elements without the index through the memory address itself.
No, linked list is also indexed based, because linked list also implementing list interface. But if you are writing your own custom linked list, it's up to you. You can remove the index also.
Okay.
But by default, linked list follows the indexed based only.
I think the core concept about the difference between is that array list, the internal implementation is object array and the linked list is W linked list. That's why the
Not
related-
double linked list.
So,
First of all, you're talking about a linked list. The internal data structure of a linked list is not double linked list. You need to know first of all what is that, right? So which I'm going to explain later.
It's a node.
It's a node object, yes. But why do we go for a node object? Why not something else? We will see that. But whatever I have explained so far, any questions?
Sir, as you said that linked list also maintain index number. Sir, if we remove certain element from the any index number, then sir index number will also be shifted.
Yeah, you have to modify you have to write the code in such a way that you don't need to shift it. That is the variable you have to maintain.
Sir, in inbuilt data structure in linked list, sir, index number not shifted now.
Let me show you that. My question is, whatever so far I have explained, any questions? Okay, let's
No.
look at.
No, sir,
Okay.
till now it's clear.
Yeah, thank you
Please
guys.
continue with LinkedList.
So I'm just creating a new class, or let's create a package com.ashokit.LinkedList workshop. So that's already that. I'm creating one more linked list workshop. Now let me create a class. I'm just creating a linked list example. Okay. Now let's look at the predefined linked list class. The main method. Now, so list is the parent, correct? Integer L equal to new linked list. See, now there is a class now. So I think most of you guys know the decompiler. So in Eclipse, you can look at the source code also, or you can use a Java decompiler through which you can see the source code of Java. Okay. So does anyone know where the Java, whenever the Java is installed, the predefined Java class file, class files are stored in which location?
Program files.
Yeah. So yeah, let's go to C drive, program files. So whenever you are install Java, so this is the default location that it will be taken care by the installer, right? So if you want, you can change it, but this is the default location. See, if you go for till 1.8, this is the approach. After 1.9, there is a JMod. That's a different concept. Okay. See, you have a bin folder. Sorry. Go to JRE bin. Sorry, library. So here you can see one jar file called rt.jar. So now this rt.jar is the one in which all the predefined Java class files are present. When I say predefined Java class files, so string is a class provided by Java, integer, boolean, exception, thread, array list, linked list, vector, list, collection, interfaces, right? Runnable interface. All these are the predefined classes provided by Java. Where those will be present? In the rt.jar. It's a jar file. Now, how can you open this? If I open this one in the Notepad++, see, am I able to read anything, understand anything? No. So now, now you need to use some software through which you can look at the source code present in this one. That software is nothing but a decompiler. The reason for that is whenever you create a jar file will contain the class file. The process of converting the .java file into a .class file is called as compilation. Now, compile file, you can, if you are opening it in a notepad, you cannot see the source code. So you need a decompiler. So in market, you can get a decompiler. So let's go to Google. Just type Java decompiler. So if you just go to the first web link and click on this download, this Windows. If you are using a Mac, then you go for this. If you're using a Windows, then go for this. Okay. So this will download one Java decompiler. Now let me open that. See, this is a zip folder that is open. So just extract it, right click, extract all. That's it. So then you will get this folder. So there is a coffee cup symbol, right? Double click on this. Now in this one, just open the rt.jar. So rt.jar there in the C drive, right? C drive, program files, Java, JRE, library, rt.jar, right? Let's open. And now, see, in which package the array list is present? Java.util package, correct? See, are you able to look at here? See, do you guys able to see the source code? Array list is also a class. Are you able to see? Yes. Now, similarly,
Yes.
linked list is also a class, correct? Let's open. See, do you see linked list is also a class, which is implementing a list interface. So anything, what is a list interface? It's a index based, correct? So linked list also will be index based. So why am I showing you this one? So this, using this decompiler, you can see the predefined code. This is one way. If you are using a Eclipse or IntelliJ, this Eclipse and IntelliJ comes with an inbuilt decompiler. If you want to see the source code, what you have to do? Control Shift T. I repeat, Control Shift T, and then type whatever the class that you want to see. See, I want to see the predefined class called LinkedList. It is present in which package? Java.util. Let me open this. Okay. Public class LinkedList implements list interface, a DQ interface, and clonable, right? So now let's create an object.
Sir, can we convert our own .class file?
Yes, you can see anything. So now LinkedList example.java. So now do you see any compilation errors here? No. You can even open your own class file also. See. Now do you see? Now see, with the LinkedList example, it is showing you two. Look at here, right? So you can see this. See, that means it's a .class file, right? If you are using a Control Shift R, you can see .java file. See, now I have used open resource. I request you guys to please look at here that the difference, open resource. And do you see the symbol here? Do you see the symbol? It's like a J, correct? Now, so if you want to open .java file, you have to use Control Shift R, which is nothing but open reference, and you can see the Java file. Now, if I use Control Shift T, see, and then type the same class file. See, this is a user-defined class file. Now, you can see the difference as open type, and you can see the C symbol. So that means using Control Shift T in Eclipse, you will be opening the .class file. Using Control Shift R, you can open the .java file. Okay, that's a Eclipse one, so which we don't go into that. Let's come back. Now here I have created a linked list object. Now let me add the data to a linked list. Now L.add 10. Let me add multiple data. Okay. Now let's 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Let's take 60. Okay. Now let me sys out L. Now see, someone asked, is the linked list is not index based? Let us look at here. If it is not index based, see here, what does the get method is taking? What is the input that this get method is taking?
Index in form of
Index. So that means if I give 2, can someone tell me the output on what is the output of line number 19?
30.
So why? So if it is not storing an index, how come this will give 30? So that means, is it storing an index internally?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I hope that doubt is clear. Now let's continue. So it also has L.remove. Okay. So remove of 1 means, or remove of 2 means, it will remove that corresponding element. So that means linked list is also a data structure which is implementing a list interface. Only the thing is, the array list will store the data in the form of object array. But in the linked list, it will be storing in the form of list in node object. That I'll come to that later. Now, now this is a predefined linked list class. Now I don't want to use this. I want to create my own linked list. How can I do? Let's look at that. Now let me create a class called custom linked list. Custom linked list. Okay. Now I want to create my own class. Now Let's come back to one exercise here. Now, guys, generally we have employee name, correct? What is the data type that you use to store the employee name?
String.
Okay. Now we will have an employee ID. What is the data type?
Integer.
Yeah. Employee salary?
Lot or double.
Double. Okay, done. Now, so there can be Aadhaar card number, mobile number, address, and all will come later. Now, I want to store this information for 100 people. 100 employees information, employee name, employee ID, employee salary. I want to put it in one place. What is the way I should do?
We should create a class.
Why we need to
Create
create a
object.
class? Can I also create like this? One string object, like let's take string object, string s equal to first employee name Karthik, okay? And pipe symbol, followed by employee ID is 1, 2, 3, followed by pipe symbol, employee salary 10,000. Okay, so this is one record. So this is one employee. Now for the second employee, can I differentiate with a different delimiter? See, I'm putting a slash delimiter. Now second employee name is Sai, and his ID is 456, and the salary would be 4,000. Okay. Now let us do third employee, Rajesh, and the pipe symbol followed by 690 and 5,000. So can I also store like this? Can I do it or not? See, what is the problem and all we will see later. But can I also store the data information for this all the employees like this or not? It's a string object.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Now you got a string. Now can I say that now the string S is having all the employee information like employee name, employee ID, and then salary. Right? Now if I want to display in the UI or in one HTML page, then how do I do? I want to display the employee name. How do I do? So first of all, I need to write string s dot split, correct? S dot split. If I do split by slash, I will get the multiple employees like array. Now from that again, I have to split with this symbol, correct? And then I can get the first index is nothing but a employee name, right? But with this approach, is it easy? So for example, instead
Not
of
right.
instead of writing a employee name, someone can write here salary also. And here he is writing employee name. So that means whenever you are printing, you will print the salary, sorry, employee ID instead of employee name, right? So you can achieve storing or displaying the 100 employee names or 100 employee information using like this also. But the problem with this is it's a error prone. Does everyone agree?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now how to resolve this problem? How to resolve this problem? So in order to resolve this, can I say you are going for a class called employee, correct? Inside this, you are creating employee name, ID, salary, and getter setters, correct? And then constructor, agree? Okay. Now, and then the way you will see 100 employees, right? So you will write for I equal to 0, I less than 100, I plus plus, and inside this you will create a employee E equal to new employee, and then E dot set employee name equal to name. Okay. E dot set employee ID. So E dot set employee salary, something. Okay. Once you set all of this, then what you need to do? You need to add this to a array list object or any of the collection object, correct? So you will create list employee emp list equal to new array list. And then you will write lemp list dot add E. So that means here in this way, how many objects you are creating? 100 objects. Each object will contain each employee information. And the way in the UI, you can iterate over this employee list and then simply display the employee name, correct? Now, which approach would be easy?
Second approach.
Second approach. So in the second approach, what are you doing? Why are you going for a class? If it is only one string object like employee name, do you need to have a class? If I want to have only one employee name, do I need to create an employee class? No, I
No,
just
sir,
create a
it
list
will be for
object.
loop.
Yeah, I just create a list object with a string generics, and then I can store it. But so employee will have multiple attributes, right? Employee name, employee ID, employee salary. To store multiple attributes, you are creating a class called employee. Similarly, when it comes to linked list, you have some idea that linked list will store data, and then the next one is address of next node, correct? Now each element needs to store data and address of next node, right? Now data can be anything, right? So now, in order to, now what is the data structure I can hold these two elements together? So that means I should go for some class. Do you guys agree with me now? Here, you are holding multiple elements together. That is the reason you went for a class called employee. Similarly, in my linked list, so currently I am holding data and address of next node, and I want to hold index also. And in future, I want to hold something else also. So now I want to hold multiple elements together. Then what should I do?
We should create a class.
So some class I should create, correct? Okay. And generally the class name can be anything, right? In Java, the class name can be anything. But generally the, what you call, formality that the name of the class will be used is node. They will call the class name as node. Okay. Inside this, what are you storing? The first element is data. Okay. Now, can someone tell me what is the data type? See, now here when it comes to employee name, what is the data type?
String type.
String. Now here, similarly, whenever I'm storing data, so what is the data type I should put? Should I put string only? So whenever you are adding a data, see, data is nothing but the data that you are trying to add it to your linked list. Can I add only integer, or can I add only string, or can I add anything else?
No, we can add the customized. We can add the class type.
So we can add anything. So what is the class that is parent for all in Java?
Yes.
Object.
Object. So can I keep it as object?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Now what is the next thing? Storing. So this is a placeholder to store the address of next node. So that variable name, I am putting it as a next. Now, what is the data type? Let's see. So now, what is the next? Next is a variable to store the address of next node. Now, but what is the data type? I do not know. Let's come to here. Now, let us see employee E equal to new employee. Okay. Now, let us take string S equal to E. What happens? If I run this code, what happens?
Sir, we will get an error because one object is string type and another object is employee type. There is no compatibility between this object.
So that means you cannot, you cannot convert employee object into a string object, correct? Yeah. So that means here, what am I doing? I'm storing the employee reference to a string, but instead of string, can I keep employee S equal to E? Will it work now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now from the memory perspective, what happens whenever you're creating from this line number, so memory gets created, right? And then this is a E, E is pointing it to this one. Now, what is the memory for S? So it is also pointing it to the same memory, correct?
Yes.
Both
Yes,
are pointing it to same memory. Now that means, can I say, are you assigning the address here?
Sir,
Yes,
that
here
means we are assigning a reference of the object.
Yes, correct. So now, so in order to assign the reference, what is your data types? Should be same, correct? So if I'm putting a string, can I assign the data employee object to a string object? No, the object should be same. Then come back now. So now here, this address, I want to store it here. So now next, this address, I want to store it here. That means what are all these objects should be? Same objects, correct? Yes or no? Now,
Yes.
so in order to store this, I am creating a node object. So next one should also be, see, this is one node object. Okay. Now this should be what? Should it be a node object or something else object? Node object.
Node
And
object.
this node object address you are storing into this variable, correct? So this variable name is next. Now this variable name data type should be what?
Node.
Node.
type.
Oh, hope you understand now why we should keep it as node. Yeah. So now let's have a constructor. Node data. This dot data equal to data. So this is an internal data structure of linked list. So the class node object data node next. This is an internal data structure of a linked list. Now let me show you in the predefined code as well. Yeah. So now let's go to the linked list constructor. Or let us go to node. So directly I'm going into a. So now let's look at here. What is this name? No. Do you see? So linked list. So what is this? This is a linked list is a class, correct? Linked list. Inside internally, what have done? What have done? What is the internal data structure of a linked list? Do you see a class called node? Correct? And then
Sir, could you please explain once again how to go there? Once again.
Control Shift T. Control Shift T. Okay. Now, so I'll at the end there is a separate class I have taken. I will give you that reference as well. Okay. Just pay the concentration on the topic. How to go? You can use a Control Shift T. That's the easiest one, which you will get it later. Okay.
Okay.
Now, if you look at here, item is nothing but your data. So this next is nothing but your next node address. So this previous is nothing but your previous node address. See, if you want, you can keep, you can delete also. See, this is a constructor. Now, whatever I have explained, is it in line with a predefined data structure called linked list? See, in this example, I have used only one next object only. If I want to use the previous also, I can do it, right? So,
Yes.
So this is a predefined data structure. Now, if I am creating my custom linked list, so can I create? So class, node, and object data, and then node next. So next, let's create a node object. Node object is taking object data. This dot data equal to data. So can I say this is my predefined data structure internally that is used by linked list?
Yes.
Yeah. So now let's go back. Now, once you have created a data structure, now what are you doing? What is this add? Is it a static method or instance method?
Instance method.
So that means in order to add the element, you are using a add method. Now, can I also create a add method in my custom linked list?
Yes.
Yeah. Public. What does the add method should take?
Object as an input.
Yes, you are trying to add something else, something, correct? That is nothing but an object, right? Now, can I say, now instead of using this custom predefined linked list, can I create my object to my custom linked list? Custom linked list CL equal to new custom linked list, right? And then can I say CL dot add 10? Can I do like this or not?
Yes.
But we do not know what is happening inside the add method. We will see. Okay. Now, what I am trying to tell you guys, there is a predefined linked list. It's there. So, but can you create your own linked list? Yes. What is the advantage? That's a secondary one. But so by creating like this, you can understand what is going to happen inside the linked list. So that is what is needed for the interviews, which will enhance your coding skills. And in your projects, you may not be using this custom linked list, but if there is a requirement, you will have a ability to write your own data structure, right? In the many of the product-based company, they write their own data structure. They don't use the previous predefined data structures. They might use hash map, linked list internally, and then they will create a new data structure. So how do you get that ability? By understanding, by writing the code like this. Now, let us look at. So here, what do you think? Whenever you are adding 10, so that means, can I say, first thing, so you are storing 10 like this, correct? You wanted to store,
Yes, sir.
so, yeah. Now, in order to do this, what is this box? This box is nothing but a node object, correct? So that means, what is the first step that you need to do inside the add method? You need to create the node object, correct? Node n equal to new node. And this, what you are passing see, that means I should call the node class constructor because my internal data structure is node object. So can I pass object here? Yeah. Now, if I do like this, can I say I have created a node object? Yes. And internally node object, the data is containing what? The first variable is data, correct? And that which is containing 10. Now, what can someone tell me what is the value of next variable now? Null, correct? Because
Null.
the reference type is, what is the default value of an object? Null, correct? Now let's quickly debug it and see whether I am able to see the same thing or not. Okay, let me write this out and I will show you. So how do you debug? Put a breakpoint here, right click, debug as Java application. See. Now let's click on see. See, I'm coming to this one. Now, do you see? See, what is the date? See, custom linked list node object is created. So where this node object is present? Inside the custom linked list class. It's an inner class, right? So what is the data? 10. What is the next? Null, because you do not have anything. You did not do anything, correct? Does everyone understand?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any questions so far? Okay, I'll take that silence as no. Let's continue.
Sir, in the array list, we need to take our index value with the data. And here we are taking data and on the place of
you can store the index also, but that storing first let's understand how to create a linked list. Okay, then so now here in this one, instead of data, can you also create one more variable? See, in the employee, so currently the employee class is having employee name, employee ID, salary. If you want to store the mobile number, can I say that simply you need to add one more variable? Right. Similarly, if you want to store an index, can I also add int index equal to, right? So which you can learn later, but first try to understand how to create a linked list. Like that means first node is there, second node is storing the address of first node, third node is storing the address of second node, etc. So that you need to understand first. Okay. Now, the first step, whenever you are calling add method, what is the first step? You need to create a node object. Okay. Now, what is the next step? Let's see. Now, so in this, where is the array list data? Yeah. So here in this one, if I ask you what is the first element that is inserted into your array list, what is the output you will say? What is the first element that is inserted?
10.
So how can you answer that? I mean, on what basis you are telling? You are going into the 0th index, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So, but in my currently, so in my predefined linked list, do I have an index variable?
No, sir.
No. Now, how can you tell the first element? Correct? How can you tell the first element? So it's so now the first element in the linked list is called as head element. The first element in the linked list is called as head element. So now the first element, whenever you are trying to do, you have to create a head object and then refer it to this one, correct? Now let's create here. Now I'm creating a global variable called node head. Okay, node head equal to null. Now, if you look at here, node head is null. So I'm having one reference variable for this node class. I'm creating one reference variable called head. Now, so now here, if the node is null, if the head is null, what does it mean? Till now, so what is the predefined value I have assigned to node? Null. If it is null, that means no one has assigned anything, correct? Yes or no? Yeah. Now, what is the head? What is the meaning of a head in Java linked list? Head is nothing but a first element. So in the array list, the first element is nothing but 0th index, correct? Okay. Now in linked list, how do you know what is the first element? You need to look at the head reference. Okay. So that is the reason whatever I'm doing is whenever the head is null, whatever the data that you are adding, head equal to n. Head equal to n. That means that means whenever I am adding the first element, that I am referring it to a head element. So this is how the data looks like. Now, let's go back and can I add one more element or not? Yes or no? Can I add one more element or not?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
whenever I add the one more element, what is the first step you need to do? Create a
object.
node object with a value as 20, correct? See, I'm creating. Okay. Now, see, this is a node object you have created. Let's see if you are debugging. So first time, whenever you call add 10, so node object is created and your head is pointing it to 10. Now, whenever you are adding 20, so first thing what you need to do, node object. So node object is created. Now you guys tell me what is the value of head? Is it null or not null?
Not null.
Second time, it is not null, correct?
Yes.
Because it is a global variable, correct? Now let's debug it. If you are having a doubt, let's debug. Now see, first I'm creating a custom linked list, okay? And I'm going to add method. Inside add method, see first I'm creating a node object. So that means this is the first node I'm adding, correct? See, data is 10, node is next is null. Now here, what is the head variable? Head variable is holding null for the first time. So now whenever it is null, that means no data is present. Whenever it's null, whatever the first node is there, that you are referring it to head node. See, now head is no longer null, correct? See, head object earlier it is null, now it is no longer null. And is the head is pointing it to first node, which is nothing but 10. Does everyone agree?
Yeah.
Now let's go. So now you go back and then what you are doing, you are adding one more element called 20. So what is the first step I told? With the data that whatever you are passing, you need to create a node object. See, have you created a node object? Yes. That node object reference is n. N is holding 20 and the next is null. Now you guys tell me, is the head value is null now for the second time?
No.
No, it is not null, correct? So now it is holding 10. That means it will not go. So that means you tell me what is the meaning of head? It will always hold to first position.
First position, first node address.
So done. Now, can I say this is how the diagram looking like? Now, can I call this as a linked list? Linked list means what? Linked list means
the first node should contain the address of its next
second node, right?
Yeah.
So that means as of now, what is the first node?
First node we have the 10 and the second node,
is 20. But
20.
Do you have a link between these two?
No, still we don't have.
Yeah, the link is missing,
problem.
correct? Now, if I establish the link, can I say that is called as a linked list?
Yes,
Yes,
once
sir.
we have the established, then we can say that.
Yeah, now, so that means, see, I am calling this the first node as 10th node. So let me take yellow color. So this is so for illustration purpose, whatever the data is there that I am using, 10th node, okay? This is the 20th node, okay? Now, for example, if you have an employee E equal to new employee. Now, how do you get the employee ID? Can I say sysout E dot ID, correct? E dot name e dot salary or get methods. Agree? Now, similarly, now if I say 10th node, this is an object name, 10th node dot data, what it will print? 10th node dot data, what it will print?
10.
10. Now, similarly, 10th node dot next, what it will print?
Null.
Print null now.
Null. But now, in order to create a link between this, so now 10th node dot next, I have to add it to 20th node. Agree?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if I want to do like this, so this is, if I do like this, can I say I am creating a link like this between 1 and 2?
Yes.
Now you tell me, what is a variable in this example, in the entire thing? What is a variable that is holding 10th node?
That n.
N is holding 20, correct? Whenever
Yeah.
you are adding the second node, say from this line of code, line number 24, whenever you go, node n equal to new node of 20. That means 20th node is nothing but your n variable. Agree?
Yes.
And what is your head is containing? Now let's debug. Let's debug again so that you will understand. So I'm talking about whenever you're adding a second element. The first I have done. So now whenever I'm going to second element, see my object is 20. Now n is nothing but n is an object that is holding 20. Now can I name this 20th node as n node? Agree? Dynamic value.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
Yeah. Similarly, what is a variable that is holding 10 now?
Head.
Head. So that means, can I replace this 10th node with a head variable? That means head dot next equal to n.
Yes.
Can I do like this?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, so where should I write that code? In the else block, correct? Now, head dot next equal to n. So now can I say, now if I write like this, can I say I have created a link between first node and second node?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Now let's go for third element. Now, if I do cl dot add 30, what is the first step you need to do?
Node object.
First, you need to create a node object. Okay. So I created a node object 30. Now what is the code that you have written inside this add method? So whenever you are adding a third element, is the head is null?
No.
No, that means here. So what is your head variable value?
10.
10 dot next.
But can you show where is this head is declared?
So we are going for 30 to head value should be 20.
Yeah, just a minute, guys. So 10 dot next equal to, what is the variable that is holding n? 30, correct?
30.
Because you are passing. So 10 dot next equal to 30. So that means, can I say this is getting overridden with this line, correct?
Yes.
So what is the problem that means here? You are overriding with this, the code that you have written, you are overriding 20 with 30, correct? Even if I call the add method 1000 times, how many elements will be there in my linked list?
2.
Only 2 elements. So is it a wrong?
Yes.
Now you tell me, what is the right position to insert 30? Is it after 10 or is it after 20?
After 20.
How do you know that it's after 20? Why not it is after 10? On what basis you are identifying that?
Because 10 address 20.
Okay. So, see 10 dot next, is it null?
Not null. It is a 20.
Yeah.
Next node address.
Yeah. 20 dot next, is it null?
Present null. Next, if you add 30, then 30 address will be stored in 20
Yeah.
node.
So that means the
Then
right
node dot
position
next
to
is
add,
then-
yeah, the right position to add 30 is wherever the node dot next value equal to null, you need to add 30. Agree?
Yes.
So that means I cannot write the code blindly, correct? So now what I need to do,
Yes.
I need to start my logic with a head, and from head you need to go traverse. That means I need to do traverse. So you go to head. What is your head? 10. Now you need to check 10 dot next. Is it null? No. Then this 10 dot next address will give you 20, correct? You go to 20. Now 20 dot next, is it null? No. Then you add it, correct? So that means I have to traverse over the array and then find out where the node dot next is null, right? So that means this code I should not do. Now so let's take it as now what I'm doing is so let us take if so head dot next not equal to null. Now, so whenever I'm adding third element, guys, I'm adding the third element 30. Now at that point of time, what is my head is holding? 10. Now 10 dot head is always first element, correct? 10 dot next. What is the value? Is it null or not null? Not null. So that means the condition is true, correct? Now here, now currently you are at here. Now from here, you need to go to the next node. How do you get this next node? Which variable will give you? Can I say head dot next will give you the 20th address or not? Correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So now that I'm putting into a head dot next will give me this variable. So whoever is not speaking, please go on mute, guys. Guys, I have given a chance to make it as an interactive session. Make sure that it is useful and then others are not disturbed. Okay. Now head dot next means, so currently 10 dot next. What it is holding 10 dot next? 20 address. Okay. Now what I need to do? After getting that 20 address, what I need to do? I need to go to 20 and check whether the 20 dot next is null or not, correct? Are you guys with me?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
So now, so if I'm writing a if condition, that means I need to traverse until the head dot next is null. So now if I write a if condition, will it be traversing? How many times the if block will execute? Only once. So now can I change it to while? Correct?
Yes.
Now, so head equal to head dot next. So that means here, whenever you start your logic, what is your head? 10. Now 10 dot next, is it null? No. Then 10 dot next will give you 20 address that you are putting into a head variable. Again, the while block will repeat. Now 20 dot next. What is the value of 20 dot next?
30.
Is it 30 at this point of time? 20 dot next. 20 dot next is null. So that means the loop is broken, correct? Once loop is broken, can I say 20 dot next equal to 30 you need to write? Agree?
Yes. Yes.
Now, which variable is holding 20 in this example? Head variable. Now, can I replace this head with a 20? Now, and which variable is holding 30? And correct? Now, can I say this is the logic? Yes. But after completion of this, if I do sys out head, what is the value of head?
30.
Is it 30 or 20?
20.
But according to the logic, what does the head should hold?
10.
30.
Always first
10.
element. Correct.
10.
But are you changing the head value?
Yes.
So that is the reason.
Yes.
What you understand the problem, guys, right?
Yes.
So now in order to solve this problem, instead of using a head reference directly, what I am doing is I am taking some temp variable. Temp variable, I am putting it to head reference. What is the accessibility of this temp variable, guys? Only within this block, correct? So instead of using a head, I'm using temp. So I'm referring the temp variable to this one, right? Now, after this block, can you access this temp variable? After the else block? No. So that means, am I changing my head?
Yes.
No, I'm not changing the head value, correct? So now let's quickly debug this code. Debug as Java application. See, first time head is null, you are going correct, done. Second time, See, always it is printing head, see, head 30 printed. Now, see, head is not equal to null second time, see. Yeah. Now, what is your head currently? Look at here. Temp variable is nothing but your 10, right? 10 dot next, what is the value? See, look at here, 20, it is not null. So the while loop will go internally, correct? Now, so sorry, head dot next, I should do temp equal to temp dot next, my mistake. So let's debug it again. Debug as Java application. So head, first time head is null. So you're adding, second time, add 20. So head is no longer null, correct? So it will go to the else part. Now, where do you need to add 20? After 10, correct? See, your temp variable is 10. Now, currently for the second element, 10 dot next is null. So the while loop is broken, correct? Now, whenever the while loop is broken, 10 dot next equal to 20. According to this logic, 10 dot next equal to 20. So what is the variable that is holding 10 currently? 10, the temp. Look at here. See, 10, temp. 10 dot next equal to n is the variable that is holding 20. Done. So I am printing head. So it is printing the object name. I can do it data also later. Now, whenever you're adding third element, see, first element is head. See, 10 dot next. 10 dot next is not null. So you will go inside the while loop. Now, temp dot next will give you 20 address, correct? See, 20 dot next, is it null? Yes. That means you have reached to the node where the node dot next is null, and then you can add the third node. So likewise, now can I add any number of elements? Yes or no?
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
can I say link? Did I create a linked list now? So this is about the custom linked list. You can add any number of elements. Similarly, we can, so there are so many questions, right? Add the node between 20 and 30. Okay. Delete 30, delete 10, right? Add the node at the end, add the node before the head. All these are there. So this comes later point of time. But this is a workshop which I wanted to explain this one. So any questions so far?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, guys, so similarly, so recently I have started one batch on the collections. So basically, it's a data structures and algorithm course, and I broken down into collections and data structures. In the collections, we are going to discuss, like I have written today, the custom linked list, right? So we are going to write a custom array list, custom vector, all those things. Let me quickly give you the introduction. So why we need a collection? Internal implementation of list interface, like what is the internal data structure of array list? What is the code that is present in the array list add method, array list remove method, array list get method, hash map, set, how to create a custom collection, custom array list, custom vector, how to sort the hash map, arrays, values, concurrent modification exception, and then in the linked list, how to, so just now we are adding a inserting, correct? Inserting at the last, correct? Tail. Now I want to add before the head, I want to add middle, I want to delete, I want to print it, and then stack. What is a stack? How can I implement a stack using array, stack using linked list, and queue, blocking queue, dequeue, priority queue, and tree. What is a tree? In-order traversal, pre-order traversal, post-order traversal, tree map, tree set. So this is a collection portion. So which this course is started on last Wednesday, guys, 11th. Okay, so the demo classes are completed recently. We just completed 5 classes. I will share so you can watch those demo classes in the YouTube. I will share that. But if you are interested, you can join for this. It's ongoing course. Once we complete.
Any more class, sir?
Sorry?
Will you take any more class?
On?
My question is, will you take any more class on linked list?
So next week, there is another workshop, which will be continuation of this one. Only 2 workshops. Okay. Whatever I am teaching, whatever I am showing you now, there is a course that is a collections and data structures in which you are going to learn all of these data structures in detail. So the only the fee for this collection collection batch is 3,000, and you will have a recordings and recording access there up to 1 year. And I will be sharing the everyday class notes that I have prepared. Whatever I am teaching, right? I have written in plain English. That notes will be shared with you, and whatever the code I am writing in the class, that also will be shared with you. Once we complete the collections, we'll get started with the data structures. Inside the data structures, we'll learn about time complexity, space complexity, all the sorting techniques like bubble sort, insertion sort, selection sort, merge sort, quick sort, graphs, dynamic programming, matrix, pattern printing, and all these hacker rank links you can see on my screen, right? So hacker rank or lead code or geek for geeks, all these problems we are going to solve within the class. So the duration for collections is 1 month. The duration for data structures will be 2 months. Data structures will be started after completion of the collections. And the data structure fees, only data structure fees, 7,000 including recordings. And if you would like to enroll for both, it is 10,000 and including recordings for 1 year. So just give me a minute. I'll share whatever I'm going to share is, these are the demo class links. You can watch it. And at least even if you are enrolling or not enrolling, that's no problem. But if you are watching, in these 5 classes, I have explained how to create a custom array list. Now, in this class, you have learned how to create a custom linked list, why the data structure is node object, why am I writing each line of code, correct? So similarly, I have explained in these videos what is a array list, how to create a custom array list. And once you watch it, if you think that this is beneficiary for you, you can enroll for this course. Let me share this in this meeting for everyone. Okay, this message is too long. Let me break
Can you
it up.
share your email or phone number?
Which one?
Can you share your phone or email ID?
Why? What is the reason?
Okay, sir, no problem.
Yeah. So if you have any questions on enrollment and all, you can reach out to Ashok IT. So that whatever I have shared, that is a class video links. And whatever I'm sharing here, if you want to enroll, you can do it. So data structure will start after 1 month, guys. So that means we started September 11th, right? It will be October 11th or October 18th. Okay.
Sir, could you share this today video link?
It will be there in the Ashok IT. Let me quickly share it. You can open YouTube. Okay. Let me share my screen.
So what is the time of this batch?
Morning 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. every day. Sorry, I forgot to inform. Just a minute. Let me show you where these videos will be. So you can see here, just go to YouTube, type Ashok IT. You will see Ashok IT, right? So just click on this and go to live section. See, whatever you are watching currently, this is the first linked list data structure using Java. These are 75 people are watching. Okay. So this is about this one. Now I told just now I have explained collections demo classes, right? See, these are all the Java collection DSA. So these are the demo classes. You can watch this. Okay. Apart from this, I also taught earlier Java 8, 9, 11 features, Java threads, design patterns, etc. If you scroll down in this live section, you can see Java 8, 9, 11 features. So these are also, you can go through it. At least I'm not asking you guys to enroll for it, but these are free videos available to you. You can get some knowledge on Java 8 features, 9 features, etc.
Sir, will you start any new batch on Java new version? Like
Not
Java
now.
15,
Not now, recently. So currently my collections and data structures is going on every day morning 8 a.m. to 9
Do we
a.m.
have a syllabus of that collection and data structure?
So whatever I am showing here, right, that is a syllabus. See, I hope you are able to see my screen.
Yeah, now I am.
So internal implementation, see, I don't go by the theory, guys. So today, so everyone knows that linked list is nothing but it will store the address of next node and data. But I hope you understood the way I explained, right? There is a theory for some topic, and then that theory is followed by the practical program. So all the things that I'm going to explain like this. So this is a content for collections case, which we are going to solve some of the HackerRank links questions. And when it comes to data structure, we are going to solve around close to 50 to 60 online programs. Like it may be a HackerRank, it may be a lead code, it may be a Geek for Geeks. In this one, we are going to look at here reverse of a linked list, open close bracket, height of a tree, depth of a tree, level order traversal, vertical order traversal, dynamic programming, coin change problem, Dijkstra algorithm, whatever I'm showing here, you will be getting. And whatever I have shared some links in the chat, right? So if you watch these videos, you will get more elaborate discussion. Hope that answers your question, the one who asked.
Is any
Yes.
offline classes in Ashok IT?
Sorry?
Offline classes.
So there are no offline for this, only online.
Okay. Is any other courses on offline in Hyderabad?
Yeah, there are many. You can reach out to Ashok IT. Just go to
Yeah,
Google,
okay.
just type Ashok IT, you will be getting a website. Let me try getting that website. See here. If you have any
But it's
doubts,
showing no.
yeah, just
Okay.
go to this website. ashokit.in or ashokittech.com, anything like. Let's go here. Yeah, see Ashok IT,
Yeah,
right?
it's showing no.
Just call this number, whatever you are able, you can get it. Okay, so any other questions, concerns? Are there anyone who joined my earlier classes or sessions or anything? Anyone? Anyone who? Yeah.
So we are joined for
The
the full stack development course. Then what
Sorry?
about we are joined for the Java full stack development course.
Okay.
What we get it added in it or
No, that's a different and this is a different course, right? Full stack is different and data structures and collections are different.
So what is the course duration?
So on collections for 1 month, after collections, data structures will be another 2 months. So total 3 months.
So
By
every
end of
3 months,
December, yeah.
every 3 months there is a new batch.
It is not necessarily, it all depends on my priorities, right? I'm not a machine, right? Every 3 months I should take. So it takes some, see, in between, I don't see, once I start a class, I don't delay it, guys. Okay, whether you join or not, it doesn't matter. But from my side, I will be punctual and I'll be completing the class, joining the class on time, and I'll complete the class on time because I respect everyone has their own problems, things to complete, right? I respect everyone's time. So maximum,
It's because already the same.
it's just 5 classes we completed. If any more people are joining, if you just go through the videos for 5 videos, and we can have a backup class if needed. Okay. So likewise, today I asked, right, whenever you are not understanding, the classes would be the same way, interactive sessions. Okay. Are there anyone who joined my earlier classes, guys? Anyone? Any other batches or something? Okay,
Sir, I also joined the full stack course.
Okay. So if no question, then that's all for today, guys. If you are interested, just look at the video and then reach out to Ashok IT.
Okay, sir. Sure, sir.
Yeah. Thank you all. Thanks for joining. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir. Have